Hello, very good morning, children. Okay, let's continue this lesson air. Ready? Okay, in the last class we were going through three areas: atmosphere, composition of atmosphere, and structure of atmosphere. Atmosphere, what is air, how it protects us from the dangerous or harmful rays of the sun, or how it works as a blanket that protects the surface of the atmosphere that you have seen. Okay, next one, it was composition of the air, which are the important gases that are found in the air and what are its importance and what are its proportion also we have seen. For example, nitrogen is the majority gas found in atmosphere, and next comes oxygen, and only 1% other important gases like that. Everything is taken or clear. Next one, it is the structure of the atmosphere. Structure of the atmosphere simply is the different layers of atmosphere, various layers of atmosphere. We have seen there are five important layers of atmosphere, which are the troposphere, stratosphere, mesosphere, exosphere, and thermosphere and exosphere. Once again, troposphere, stratosphere, mesosphere, thermosphere, and exosphere. And what are the importance of these different layers? And what is the width, or how much area or how much kilometer is it? It's want to be extended like that. Everything is taken. Do you have any doubt? Feeling free, you can again ask me. Okay. Next one next we can go through these areas today. Weather and climate. That is the first area that we are going to cover this day. Weather and climate. Both are familiar words, you don't worry, it's simple. Next one, it is temperature, air pressure and moisture. Temperature, air pressure and moisture. Next one, it is cyclones, means the fury of nature. It's actually a disastrous type of wind. Okay, ready? Let's go through these areas step by step. Ready? Next, first one, it is weather and climate. What is weather? What is climate? What is the difference between weather and climate? These two terms are entirely related with the condition of air, air condition, or the conditions that are experienced in this atmosphere. Weather is the condition of the atmosphere. The changes in the condition of the atmosphere for a short span of time, for a little time, for a little duration of time. That's called weather. It is experienced for a little time only. Okay. Whereas the climate is found to be experienced for a long time, for a prolonged time duration. That is the difference. So the condition, what's meant by the condition of the atmosphere? Condition of the atmosphere means sometimes we could feel that in the morning there will be utter cold. We will be shivering with cold. In the same day itself, when it is passing 3 or 4 hours or 3 or 2 hours itself, we could feel that again the condition of the atmosphere is want to be variated, want to be changed from the cold atmosphere to somewhat hot atmosphere. Again, when it is approaching the dusk, what is the meaning of dusk? It is the approaching night time. In the same day itself, we again feel cold. There will be fog. Like that, variations in the condition of the atmosphere in a short span of time, not elongated, not prolonged. The duration of the changes or variations in the condition of the atmosphere is very short, very little. This changes in the atmosphere within a short span of time is called the weather. It can be hour-to-hour changes. It can be hour-to-hour changes. It can be day-by-day changes. Sometimes in the yesterday or previous day it may be very cold. Very next day it can be so hot. Like that climate we are experiencing at present itself. right? Okay, such changes or variations in the atmosphere for a little time is called weather, and it's simple to define when this definition of the weather when we are comparing it with the definition of climate. It also changes in the atmosphere. Climate is also the variations in the condition of the atmosphere, but not for a little time, not for a little duration, but it will be prolonged to a long time. So, variations in the condition of the atmosphere for a long time or for a prolonged duration is called what? Climate. For 1 month itself, for almost 1 month, a peculiar type of climate is experienced. After passing 3 or 2 or 3 months, again the climate is changed. That is the seasonal changes. Simply we can define as seasonal changes. Which are the important seasons that we are experiencing in India, you know? Yes, there are 4 seasons. Tell me which are they? Yes, winter season, summer season, autumn season, and one more, spring season. Yes, these are various seasons. These seasonal changes are called climate, but the changes in the atmosphere in day to day changes or hour to hour changes, that means within a short period, short duration is called weather. Is it clear? Difference between weather and climate. So let's move to the next area. Temperature, air pressure and moisture, and what is the relation between these 3 terms. Temperature is a familiar word to you, right? Yes, temperature is actually, yes, the measurement of heat. You might have heard of thermometer used for measuring the temperature of the body, heat of the body. When we are caught by the disease called a fever, yes, doctors or hospital workers are using this instrument. Nowadays in our homes also it's available. It's used. Okay, temperature. Actually, temperature in geography means it is the content or the measure or the quantity of heat in the atmosphere. That's called the temperature. How much it is hot, how much it is cold. Sometimes it will be 0, means very low heat. That means a low temperature. If it is highly heat atmosphere, it can be called high temperature. That is temperature. Temperature is the quantity or measurement of heat in the atmosphere, and air pressure is actually the density or thickness of the air. Dense air. In a peculiar mass of air, if the pressure is found to be dense, it is called air pressure. And next comes moisture. Moisture simply means what? The content of water in the atmosphere. Can you believe me? Yes. Is there water in the atmosphere? Yes, of course. There is the content of water in the atmosphere. It is very clear when the temperature is increasing. At that time, this content of moisture starts what? Evaporating. Evaporating, you know? Yes, it's found to be moving from one place to another place, means the content of phenomenon of evaporation is also can be experienced. So, what is the relation between these 3? These 3 means temperature, air pressure and moisture. Yes, temperature, air pressure and moisture are closely related. What is the relation? When temperature is high, it will result in the air pressure. Pressure of the air becomes low. And the content of water in the atmosphere, that is moisture, it also becomes very low. That is the relation between temperature, air pressure and moisture. When temperature is increasing, air pressure will be decreasing and the content of water in the air also starts decreasing. When temperature is high, air pressure will be low and it will start moving. This moving of the air pressure, when the content of temperature or heat is increasing, again the content of water in the air, that is moisture also will be found to be lowering. This is the relation between temperature, air pressure and moisture. It can be proved with a simple experiment when we are boiling water. Yes, when we are boiling water, the surrounding area, the temperature becomes high. At that time, the pressure of this surrounding area will be lowering. At that time, when we are placing a lid on this pot, in which we are boiling water, on the bottom part of this lid we could see certain water content. This is actually evaporated water. Okay, that is the relation between temperature, air pressure and moisture. Now let's move to the last area of this lesson, that is cyclone. Cyclone is actually wind. You know that when this temperature becomes high, at that time air pressure becomes low and naturally the air starts moving from high pressure area to the low pressure area. That movement of the air is called actually wind, and the cyclone is a type of wind. But the type of cyclone or the disaster or destruction caused by cyclone is very high. It's actually fury of nature. It's called fury. Means what is the meaning of fury? Angriness of nature. The angry movement or speedy movement, fast movement of the air from the low pressure area to the high pressure area. From the high pressure area to the low pressure area. It's called cyclone. Cyclone means, yes, it is the furious movement or fast movement or speed movement of the air. It's called cyclone. It is very dangerous. It can cause a natural calamity. You might have heard of different types of cyclones that is experienced in the surrounding area of our country itself. Yes. It's actually the movement of the air. It's a type of wind, but this type of wind is very disastrous. So by this area is also covering. Feeling free, you can ask me any doubt and keep contact. Thank you so much. Goodbye.